How's it going, everyone? MegaMasher's here, and I welcome you guys to another MegaMasher Speaks video. In this video, I am going to be discussing bullying. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's familiar with it. They're everywhere. Bullies are everywhere. And they come in all different shapes and sizes, and there are different ways that you can go about being a bully, whether it's through cyberbullying, whether it's verbal, physical, who cares? It's no matter how one tries to spin their logic and try to justify victimizing other people, at the end of the day, there is no real good reason. You are a coward and you ought to be ashamed of yourself because your actions, they hurt people. Not to mention that they can put scars on those people that you victimize that may or may not heal. Take it from somebody who, shockingly enough, went through most of my life being bullied, especially in high school. Uh, there was also times where I was bullied in cadets. I was bullied at church, uh, and even in college, I was bullied. And like bullying is everywhere. And I just ask, why? For what? Why do people feel the need to bully others around for God knows what? You know, okay. Uh, that you could say that this video stems a little bit from my experiences in the Pokemon community, but I'm not really going to relate my experiences too much to the Pokemon community because of the fact that, well, I haven't really had like many problems in the Pokemon community, if I'm going to be completely honest. Uh, Although I will refer to that Twitter incident that took place a few weeks ago, where my friend was basically being condescended and bullied and talked down on, even after he said he respects him. And then, of course, that's when I jumped in, and well, shit hit the fan. Um, but it's like some people, they may just like sweep it under the rug. Say, yeah, like bullying happens, get over it, whatever. It's like, no. Uh, no one should ever have to be subject through bullying, and I think that we all need to start doing something about it, because of the fact that bullying is actually, well, I like to call it its a silent killer, because of the fact that people get bullied to the point where they become so depressed, and that can lead to, well, I'm not even going to go in that direction. It's too gruesome. But see, for me, um, bullying for me really came to a head in high school. I was this 5'6", not even 120 pounds, soaking wet boy that was stepping into unfamiliar territory. I mean, there were some people I knew at high school because some of the people that I went to junior high school with were going to the same school that I was. But uh, the fact that there was going to be so many people that I didn't know there, that was going to be intimidating enough. And considering that uh, there are people out there that will try and intimidate and take advantage of you because of your size or lack thereof. And just for the record, bullies don't always have to be bigger than you. They can be smaller too. They can be in groups. They can be through cyberbullying, through verbal bullying, or even physical bullying. Um, but at the end of the day, uh, it's all chalked up to acts of cowardice. Because if you feel the need to bully and pick on somebody just to boost your own ego, just to justify, who you are and your existence at the end of the day, that's wrong. You're nothing more than scum of the earth. And I do apologize if I come off as negative in this video, but this is something that I feel very, very strongly of. And I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that statement. Um, but throughout high school, I was bullied, and there were times where I actually stood up to people for whether or not they bullied me or if they bullied somebody else. Uh, I was bullied for pretty much anything you could think of. I was bullied because of my looks. I was bullied because of my size. I was bullied because of the way that I spoke and all that stuff. It was it was hard. You know, there were times where I would basically have sleepless nights because of the amount of torment and the amount of bullying that I went through. Um, and it pretty much came to a head one day where there was this one guy who just would not let up. And it pretty much got to the point where I snapped and I roared out, "Shut the fuck up." I didn't just yell it out, I roared it out to the top of my lungs. And everybody in the lobby was dumbfounded. They look, and when they saw this small kid basically put someone twice his size in his place, they were all stunned. And the thing of it is, I was right by the principal's office, and I thought I was gonna get suspended or even worse, expelled. Um, can you imagine the kind of headlines that would make in the news if I got expelled from school or suspended just because I stood up to a bully that's been tormenting me all year? Wow. That does bring me to something else I kind of just want to mention right quick, and then we'll get right back on topic here. There was a video that I seen a couple of nights ago where there was this teenager who actually got suspended from his school because he stood up for his friend who was being bullied and brought that to the attention of the administration. And their excuse was that he was being inappropriate and was using bad language. It's like, are you serious? It's like, so you're gonna get butthurt over a simple and few bad words when this bully is doing God knows what and Lord knows what to this person, damaging them emotionally, physically, spiritually. Like, just seriously, that's your way of handling things. You're gonna suspend the wrong person just because they commit an act of kindness and stand up to that bully? Really? Wow. You know, it just really it sickens me because of the fact that, you know, people like that and people like myself who in the past have stood up to people end up getting boned for it. We get vilified for it. Uh, we get pegged as the bad people. You know, in that case, the uh, that guy who got suspended obviously looked like a fucking bad guy because he got suspended. Now I know deep down he wasn't because he was just doing the right thing. You know, hell, I would have done that. Um, and you know, kind of going back a little bit to when I stood up for my friend who was being picked on. It's in one of my videos I made in the past. It's on record, so I'm sure you guys know what incident I'm talking about. Um, there was a few people who basically stood up for that person that I stood up to and tried to label me as the bully. It's like, excuse me? It's like, did you even watch my video? Just because there was a mere mention in the title of that YouTuber, you are suddenly you're suddenly going to not only label me as a bad guy, but you and a few of your friends are going to bandwagon and try and gang up on me and make me look stupid. But you know what? I didn't respond to any of you guys in the comments because you guys didn't deserve it. And there was no way that I was going to entertain even trying to uh, talk to people like that when they had no intelligence behind their statements. I mean, if they came to me a little more civil and didn't name call, yeah, you know what? Like I said before, I'll give you the time of day. But if you are going to accuse me of being a bully when you guys yourself were being bullies and trying to gang up on me, no. You guys don't deserve the time of day. You guys don't deserve a breath from me. So, kind of getting back on track here. Um, I'm a stand-up guy. That's something that I've been trying to enforce since day one. That's something. That's the kind of light that I want to see you. I want you guys to see me in as somebody who's a stand-up kind of guy. Somebody who takes no shit from anybody. I don't give a crap who you are or what you do for a living. If I catch wind of you trying to push around one of my friends or push me around, you're going to get a strip torn out of you and made into a KFC family bucket with chicken strips and chicken wings and all that good stuff. The thing of it is, I'm no pushover. I'm a nice guy and I'm willing to help out anybody for any reason. But don't mistake that as weakness, and don't use that as your excuse to try and bully me around. I've had people try and take advantage of me before because of my kindness, and well, it backfired because I knew the whole intent the whole time. Basically, to close this whole video up, bullying is everywhere, and this time we gotta stand up, band together, and do something about it. Bullying happens. It's inevitable. It's going to happen everywhere. But there are ways where we can counter that, and hopefully we can do something about it to stop this plague, this cancer that grows in our society. And like from there, you yourself get stronger because you are standing up to the bully and you're basically saying it like it is. And I gotta say that through all the bad experiences I've had, whether it be through school, through college, through work, through cadets, whatever, I actually gotta thank all those people that tried to make my life hell, because you want to know something? These scars that you put on me actually make me stronger, because it allows for me to not only learn from all of that, but to feed off of it, become stronger, and in turn give some of that strength to people who need it. You know, yeah, sure, I suffer through depression occasionally. That's something that's never going to go away, and that's something that bullying has caused, is a permanent condition in myself, that being depression. But I don't let it get to me. I have my ways of handling it, and I handle myself a hell of a lot better than I did a few years ago when I used to let depression shut me down completely to the point where I couldn't function properly. But you know what? You can beat me down. You can bury me under a mile of ashes. Guess what? I'm just going to rise right back up, laugh in your face, and say, is that all you got? Get at me, bro. The way I see it, bullying is never the answer to try and get your point across. See, there are such a thing as called being civil in disagreements, but if you try to resort to name calling and bullying to get your point across, that's not okay. That's not okay at all, because that right there just pretty much invalidates everything that you say to begin with. Um, like if you are not going to keep a civil tongue in your head, then like what point is there into even having a discussion with somebody who's just gonna go full blown like heavy metal jacket on you? Um, you're not a bigger person by bullying somebody. You're actually a coward. You are actually less than the person that you are trying to bully and make feel like they're this big. So basically, to close this video, I want you guys to open up in the comment section down below, if you choose to, about some experiences that you went through. And this is like, this right here, like, there's a reason I make videos like these, because as the channel and the community grows, I open up to you guys more, and I feel like I can do that because uh, I made some really good friends through this whole experience since day one. Like, I've been doing this as a hobby, but as the channel and the community has grown, I felt like that, this is a responsibility for me to fulfill, and I got no problem fulfilling it. Hence why I pound out uploads on the daily for you guys to enjoy. And you really never know what you're going to expect from me, whether it be Pokemon related content or uh, sit down talks like this or whatever. But basically, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I do apologize if it was a little bit ranty, but basically, the sum of everything that I have said is, don't be a bully. And if you know someone who's being bullied, tell somebody and stand up for your friend. Be there for them, because that right there will be the game changer. If a bully sees that you have confidence and you don't back down, well then, what else can they do? They're just gonna make themselves look even more stupid by trying to push you around. So I want you guys to know that I will always be here for all of you. You know, not just as a content creator. Like it's more than that. YouTube is more than just throwing videos on a channel. You know, like it's wow. Uh, this YouTube experience has really helped me to grow and appreciate different things in life, and I appreciate every single one of you. So I want you to know that I will always be there for you guys as friends. And if you guys need somebody to talk to, someone to be there for you, just know that I'm going to be there for you. And you can believe that. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you agreed with what I said in the video, give it another thumbs up. And like I said, don't ever be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't ever be afraid to be who you are, who you want to be. At the end of the day, if you are happy with yourself, then that is something that nobody in the world has the right to take from you. Not anybody. And if anyone tries to intimidate you, then you stand up for yourself. Plain and simple. So thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys next upload.